Ranjan and you're watching Ritam. As we bid farewell to 2024 and welcome 2025, it is a moment to reflect on the year gone by. While 2024 witnessed remarkable progress across various fields, paving the way for a brighter future, it was also marked by an unsettling reality: the deepening stain of war on humanity. Today, a staggering 92 countries are embroiled in conflicts of varying scales, the highest number since the end of World War II. From the prolonged Russia-Ukraine war to the ongoing tensions in Israel and Palestine, China-Taiwan, India-China, and the strife engulfing much of the Middle East, the world stands at a crossroads of peace and conflict. In this video, we delve into some of the major wars shaping the global landscape today. Let's start with the long-standing Russia-Ukraine war. The Russia-Ukraine war, which began on February 20, 2022, is nearing its third anniversary. By the end of 2024, the conflict appears to be slowing down, partly due to Donald Trump's victory in the US elections. However, the situation remains critical. Ukraine has regained 54% of its occupied territory, while Russia still holds 18%. From January 2022 to October 2024, Ukraine received $278 billion in aid, though donor nations are now scaling back support. The war has caused over 30,000 civilian deaths, destroyed homes of 3.5 million people, forced over 6 million to flee Ukraine, and left more than 15 million in need of humanitarian aid. Both countries anticipate a ceasefire in 2025, yet tensions persist. Russia's parliament, the Duma, has approved a $126 billion defense budget for 2025, marking a $28 billion increase from last year. Meanwhile, Ukraine is preparing a large-scale drone offensive to weaken Russia while continuing to receive Western support. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz recently pledged military aid worth $684 million. Donald Trump, set to assume the US presidency, has vowed to end the war. While his intervention raises hopes for peace, the war's future remains uncertain. Moving forward to the Israel-Palestine war. The Israel-Palestine war was escalated on October 7, 2023 when Hamas launched a major attack on Israel, reigniting long-standing tensions. In retaliation, Israel carried out extensive air and ground strikes on Gaza. Hamas took many Israeli and foreign citizens hostage, with some still missing. Since the conflict began, 85% of Gaza's 2 million residents have been displaced. Lebanon's Hezbollah also opened a front against Israel, but Israel's counterattacks killed key Hezbollah commanders, including Nasrallah. By 2024, Israel was battling on 7 fronts, facing attacks from Hamas, Hezbollah, Houthi rebels in Yemen, and forces in Syria, Iraq, and Iran. Recent efforts for a ceasefire have gained momentum. Hamas leader Bassem Naim revealed talks between Hamas, Israel, and international mediators have been reactivated, aiming to end the 14-month war, release hostages, and free Palestinian prisoners. Many nations, including the US, have called for peace, raising hopes that this major conflict in the Middle East might conclude by 2025. Moving forward to the recent civil war situation in Syria, where rebels ended the rule of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad in a fierce 10-day offensive. Assad fled to Russia as the Islamic terrorist group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham (HTS) and the Turkey-backed Syrian National Army (SNA) captured Aleppo on November 30th, achieving victory by December 8th. This marked the end of over 50 years of Assad family rule and the Syrian civil war that began in 2011. Despite Russia, Iran, and Hezbollah previously backing Assad, they could not prevent his downfall. Now Syria is under rebel control, but instability remains. Firing, looting, and economic devastation continue, with various factions including ISIS controlling parts of the country. The resurgence of ISIS activity is a looming threat, and while there is hope for a restored regime, Syria's full recovery remains uncertain for 2025. Moving forward to China and Taiwan, in 2024, China escalated its naval and air force activities near Taiwan, conducting extensive operations across hundreds of kilometers along its east coast and the West Pacific Ocean. These moves are part of China's aggressive stance towards Taiwan, which it considers a breakaway province. Beijing has repeatedly threatened to annex Taiwan by force, further heightening regional tensions. Taiwan, a self-governing democracy with a population of 23 million, has consistently resisted China's claims. While most nations do not officially recognize Taiwan as an independent country, the United States stand as its strongest unofficial ally, providing significant military support and advanced weaponry. This US backing has deeply angered China, which opposes any formal relations between other countries and Taiwan. Although no direct military confrontation has occurred so far, the ongoing tensions have created a volatile situation. If a war breaks out between China and Taiwan, US intervention appears inevitable, potentially escalating the conflict into a larger international crisis. The persistent hostility between the two nations raises serious concerns about the possibility of another major war, making the Taiwan Strait a critical flashpoint in global geopolitics. The geopolitical landscape remains volatile, marked by prolonged wars, unresolved conflicts, and emerging crises. As nations worldwide navigate these challenges, the need for diplomatic engagement, conflict resolution, and international cooperation has never been more critical. This video is just the beginning of our deep dive into contemporary global conflicts, but stay tuned for part 2, where we will discuss other major wars, including the pivotal India-China interstate war. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated.